Hi folks, I was going to do an oil painting but it's a bit close to my lunchtime, so I'll do a quick watercolour for you. For those of you that are not happy with the 5 adverts, the clickable ones, you know, the 5-second ones you can click off, just have to point out that I spent £70 on oil paints last week so that you can watch free videos, so I don't think you should really complain. But of course, if you really feel bad about it, you don't have to watch. But it does help to pay for the materials, the advertising revenue that we get for these free videos. I didn't set out to do free videos, it just sort of, once I got to 1,000 subscribers, YouTube encouraged us all to associate with an AdSense account. Anyway, some of my watercolours, if they come out reasonably well, will be on sale on Etsy. There's a link to Etsy. You can have a look. I charge £65 for my watercolour demonstrations, and that includes the post and package, the free post and package. Okay, I'm going to do another snow scene. No, I'm not going to do a snow scene. I'm going to do just a moorland scene. I like moorland. So I'll warm the whole lot up with a bit of sienna. Okay, make sure your colours are completely dissolved, otherwise you'll get little sort of flicks. Ball's about 40 degrees, I'd say. And I'll put in a bit of sky, let's have a bit of blue. So a bit here. Right, now mix a bit of Payne's grey and a bit of blue and a bit of red together, get a nice dark cloud going across the moor. Just put a bit of that colour in the foreground, and we right, okay, I'm going to dry that now, so don't complain about my hairdryer as well, because I can't pause the video. If I do, it sets off another video when I unpause and I have to edit it all, and it all takes time. And when you know whether you're using Windows Movie Maker, then you have to save it to YouTube. It takes twice as long as it would if it was a continuous video. So mute your sound, or take your headphones off, and I'll just give this a dry. Ready, go. Okay, I think that should do it. It won't be the first time I do this. Right, I'm just going to reclip the paper. This is the £90 Saunders Waterford paper. It's a lovely quality, I have to say. It's slightly yellow or pinky. It's not pure white to start with, but it's an absolute cracker of paint. Right, let's get that down there. Right, okay, so that's more or less nice and flat. So I'll use my large cake. I'm going to now put in a bit of background. So I'll use those colours, a bit more blue in those. Now, distant moors in the UK, they're not mountainous. They're lovely and from a distance, they're just lovely. So let's have a bit of yellow in there, and just get that in. Well, it's all wet. And then as we come forward, let's have a bit of burnt umber. Don't use a lot of that. A bit of Payne's grey. Put in some bit of green in there. So a bit of yellow, a bit of that, bit of sienna. Right. Okay. Now that's I've got to dry that again now because I want to put in some trees in the distance. Right. So mutual sound again. Ready, go. Okay, that should do. Sorry, this disturbs you. Okay. So that's the basis of our landscape, and we've put a bit of detail in that. So with some distance, so there's a bit of blue, a bit of Payne's grey, and a touch of yellow, more blue. So we'll just start to thankfully this all dries lighter than when you put it on. A lot of the farmland, well, the moors, English moors, are farmed. Now we'll have a little bit of blue now in there, and just to give a little bit of perspective there. Going into the blue yonder, but very little detail in that background. This is where we want the fields. Right, let's try. Let's get a bit of darker colour. Dry brush over this. this really is a fabulous paper. It's not that expensive. It's much cheaper than buying the more expensive 140 and 200 pound weight papers. Right, now let's just get a bit of green there, a bit of green on the downs. A bit of blue in that. Move the hairs that are loose, and then okay. Let's just attack. Well, let's fill in those. Right. Okay. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use a small sable. I'm going to dry that again, then I can just crack on with some more detail. So headphones off, mute your sound, go. Okay, it's a lovely little brush, this one, this sable. So let's have a bit of burnt sienna, bit of ultramarine. Take some excess moisture off the brush. If you're having a problem with hakes of brushes, it's probably because you're pressing too hard with them. Right, let's a bit darker than that. It's pouring down with rain. We've had loads of rain in the UK. Well, I'm in London, but we haven't had any floods here yet. Right, let's just go a bit darker there. Right. Not doing any detail of such, not making portraits of things, and just putting washes in. Right, so just touching the paper with the edge of the brush. If there was a lot of water on the brush, it would flood and wouldn't look very nice. Right, let's put a bit of some fields in there. The fields of Athenry. Okay, so put more blue in that. So we'll right, this is hedgerows. A lot of our hedgerows have been ploughed up over the years, but some have been put back because we lost a lot of wildlife. Okay, all very. Let's get one here. Okay, well that's all pretty landscape, isn't it? I might even put a house or two in there with some gouache. Now we've got this foreground to tackle. Now you don't want too much in the foreground, because if you do, you'll just anchor people there and they won't look there. It's all a bit of a balance, but I tend to do my foregrounds quickly. So I'll use my medium hake, and I'll mix a good rich. Well, let's get a bit more dry brush on there. Okay, now let's get some green, thick green. And this is going to do for my shorthand 4. So this is just trees in the foreground. Okay, so we've got going into that landscape, cloud shadow on the hills here. Now we're just putting a bit of see, just some trees, just no detail, just suggestions. I'll put a bit of gouache, white gouache in that in a minute when that's dry, or when I dry it. And we could put in some cows, not cows, sheep. Oops, let me hike up. Let's mix up. You've got to be careful if you've got gouache on your palette and you mix it, it gets mixed in with your transparent watercolours. You've got a problem. Oh, good cream. I'm not going to use any of these paints here. No, let's what's proper gouache. Sheep on the hills. Get sheep on the moors, the greys. All our landscape has been shaped, or much of it, has been shaped by grazing animals, sheep, and we have someone here. Some on the edge there. Some strays. These sort of show up because they're. Alright, that'll do. Now we'll do a bit of. I'm going to dry this off once more now, so patience, bear with me. Go. Right, now we'll just put a bit of texture in, well, suggestion of detail anyway, rather than, it's all about texture, isn't it, painting? Contrasts and lights against dark, and an impression of detail, with my way of painting anyway. So let's Alright, that's about it really. Let's cover some of that up. Right, I'll give it a signature. I'll do that in white. Why not? There's never got a lot of white there. It's probably a bit overdone. Right, okay. A couple of birds. Birds of a feather. I forget to put birds in on my oil paintings. They don't sort of exist. I don't know why I'm doing this. I've sort of finished the picture just, but in the shadow area. Okay, that'll do. Oh, it's got very dark. We've got a lot of floods in the UK, and I think there's a lot in France as well. Right, I'll put that in a mount. I've got a sort of not a daylight bulb, an LED bulb on my right, so it's illuminating this quite nicely, I think. Well, I hope. Right, put this on. Move the palette. Okay. Clip. Double. One at the top. Okay, well there we are. We've got another Moorland scene. Looks right. I hope you like that one. I'll just take the camera up a little bit, just away so you can see more of the. Oh, there we are. That'll do. I hope you like that one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Probably tomorrow.